The problems related to identifying the missing area are quite prominent in the SAT exams. So in this video, we will try to identify the missing area of a rectangle, which is a part of a bigger rectangle. So let's get started and understand what is given to us. So we have been given a big rectangle. Now we don't know the complete area of this. However, this big rectangle is divided into multiple, in fact, four rectangles. The first one is this with an area of 35, the second with the area of 20, and the third with 28. The fourth rectangle is the one whose area we actually have to find out. So let's see how this can be done. Now we can clearly see that this length is basically equal to this. At the same time, this one is equal to this. That means this length over here at the top is equal to this length. So if we call this as A, this will be A. In the same manner, this length over here, if we assume it to be B, this will also be B. In the same manner, we can do it for the breadth as well. If this breadth is C, then we can assume that this will also be C. In fact, it will be C. In the same manner, if this is D, then this will also be D over here. Now, what can we do further? Let's try to identify the area or the sides of each rectangle, or simply write the formula for the area of rectangle. Now, area of rectangle is basically length into breadth. So 35 will be equal to length of this rectangle multiplied by the breadth of this rectangle, which is A multiplied by C. Therefore, we will get A into C is equals to 35. In the same manner, A into D, how much will it be? A into D will be 20. In the same manner, B into D, B into D will be 28. In the same manner, B into C, B into C is not given to us, and that is exactly what we want to identify. Now we have reached this step. Now what else can we do? Since we have not been given the area of the bigger rectangle, we can't substitute anything over here. So what we can do now is, this is our equation 1, this is equation 2, this is 3, and this is equation 4. So now you can see that all equation has either A, B, C or D. So we will multiply equation 1 with equation 3 and equation 2 with equation 4. Now why is that the case? That is because once we multiply equation 1 with 3, let's see what happens. Equation 1 says A into C. Now we multiply this with equation 3 that says B into D. This will give us what? This will give us 35 multiplied by 28. 35 multiplied by 28. I hope this is clear. Now, in the same manner, let's multiply equation 2 with equation 4. Therefore, we will get A into D multiplied by, or you can use brackets over here, A into D multiplied by B into C is equal to what? 20 into question mark. Let this question mark be equal to x. So we can say it is equal to 20x. Now here comes the interesting point. What is the interesting point? The interesting point is, if you look at the two new equations that we have formed, which is this one and this one. So in this one also you see A, B, C and D, whereas here also you see A, B, C and D. Sorry, A, B, C as well as D. So in both the equations A, B, C and D are multiplied with each other. Therefore, we will get, from this equation we will get A into B into C into D is nothing but 35 into 28. Now, at the same time, from the lower equation we get A into B into C into D is equals to 20 into X. Now, since this A into B into C into D is equal to, of course, this A into B into C into D, as a result of which we can say, since the left hand side of both the equations are equal, so the right hand side also of both the equations will exactly be equal. Therefore, what will we get from here? We will get to know that 35 into 28 will be equal to 20x. Therefore, if we want to find out x will be what? 35 into 28 divided by this 20 will come down over here and get divided. So 35 into 28 divided by 20. Right. Now all you have to do is divide. So 20 basically 2 10 times, 2 14 times. So we will get x is equals to 35 into 14 divided by 10. Now you need to know what is 35 into 14. So 35 into 14 is basically 35 into 14 is nothing but 35 into 10, which is 350, plus 35 into 4, which is 140. So this will be 350 plus 140, which will give us 490. So therefore x, now we need to find out the x value. So therefore I'll write it over here. We get to know that x is equals to 490 divided by 10. Now 490 divided by 10, 0 gets cancelled. Therefore we get to know that x is equals to 49. Therefore this area is nothing but 49. So there you go. We have identified the missing area. Not just this, now that we have found out the missing area, guys, you can now find out this A, this B, this C, as well as this D. So you can find out the entire length, well as entire breadth. You can also find out the total area as well. So can you guys tell me in the comment section as to what will be the total area of this rectangle and what will be the length and breadth of the bigger rectangle that is in front of you? At the same time, here's a problem which can be probably asked in your next SAT and other exams. Can you solve this? If yes, write your answers in the comments.